let's learn about our first brand, Trilipiderm, and then let's meet the CEO and let's meet the educator to learn all about it, okay?
In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, boy, you fill my lungs with sweetness and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Shall I try to get it down? Boy, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh. Can I take you to a moment where the fields are painted gold and the trees are filled with memories of the feelings never told? When the evening pulls the sun down and the day is almost through, it is sleeping, but my world is you. Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you?
Okay, so I am going to bring on and let's introduce Kevin Sharp, the CEO of Trilipiderm, and then we also have Maddie Bowman, our regional coordinator, educator for Beautytap. So thank you so much for being on. I'm going to bring you right on Spotlight. How's it going, guys?
Wow. Hey, hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for the introduction, Johnny.
So, that was a beautiful video. I love seeing the landscapes of Wyoming, but I want to dive into the brand a little bit. We love to hear about the brand, who it's for, and how we're going to love it. So let's learn a little bit about the brand. And I think this is going to be Kevin who's going to take it away. Let me bring back that beautiful slide there. There you go.
There we go. Perfect. Thanks, Johnny. So I'm brand new here. It's been, I think, 90 days, and we're super excited to be here with all of you, and we appreciate Beautytap helping us out here. One thing I do know about our products is that we have raving fans, really built on the premise of hydration and protection, and all those formulations just steeped in our science. Our founder moved to Wyoming. He retired as a formulator after 20 or 30 years, and found the climate to be really arid. As you'll see here on the screen there, it's saying 5 to 30%, right, compared to other locations. And so he decided to formulate his own products and take advantage of some of the plant species that can be found in Wyoming and, of course, in other locations. And really, that was the genesis of the products and the brand, and really wanted to try and heal and protect and hydrate the skin. And I think Maddie's going to share with us now a little bit more about the science behind our claims and what we and our ingredients, and then talk to you more about the products in general, answer questions.
Thanks, Kevin. Hi, Maddie.
Kevin was just saying, Jackson Hole, where the products are kind of from in Wyoming, just extremely, extremely dry. So as we kind of walk into this skin cell science that we've developed, it all stems from just making sure that your skin is, at the peak hydration and totally protected. So as we look at this slide here, you're going to see kind of a picture of the top layer of the skin. So the epidermis, where all of our skin protection, that really protective barrier, is formed. And as we age, we're creating fewer and fewer lipids. So the orange on the screen, those are going to be kind of representative of the lipids. And so as we produce less of them, there's less connective bonds between them, which means that we're getting all of these harmful substances into our skin. And so it's sun, it's air pollution, but also we're also losing water. So we have that transepidermal water loss. So things are coming in and water is going out, which is the opposite of what we want, to create that really luxurious glowing skin. So with that extreme elasticity. So with the lipids being lost, those are going to be like your cholesterol, your fatty acids, and your ceramides. And so that kind of takes us into the next slide. Sorry.
It is. And I always love to emphasize when speaking on skin, because we have, of course, skin experts here, but also we have hair experts and makeup artists. Sometimes the focus, even though we love skin and we think should be skin, that focus is something different in our field. So we need to maintain this top layer of the skin for so many reasons. It's the look, it's how makeup applies on that skin if it's properly hydrated. It's also how other skincare and moisture is maintained and absorbed. So we need to take care of this top lipid layer for sure.
So now you can see right here, we've got this lipid layer that looks a little bit more locked together. So all of a sudden what you do when you're replenishing the lipids and you're finding ingredients that really mimic the skin cell structure, all of a sudden these lipids are coming together. So you have that really strong protective barrier that Johnny's speaking about. So you've got that perfect surface for makeup application, the perfect way to kind of look at your skin and go, oh my gosh, it's all, there's no wrinkles, everything's kind of coming together. But in order to get that, you really have to build up these lipids in your skin. So you're really focused on, absorbent formulas that are going to be replenishing the key 3 lipids, which is what our product Trilipiderm focuses on, is just really mimicking that perfect lipid skin cell structure.
You mentioned too earlier the A word, age, and we do lose not only the rate these skin cells are produced, but how much moisture we retain, our hyaluronic acid production. So as we get to these dry climates like Wyoming, the higher altitudes, the desert for me, where I grew up, we need to maintain that so we don't look older. We maintain age and preserve as much youth as we can hold on to for our dear life, right?
Absolutely. Yes. No, when you're going into those dry climates and, as you're aging, and it's just going to be that much more pronounced. And so here we have a slide, and this is after 10 uses of our product. So this is with our, our really hydrating lotion that's really replenishing those lipids and really connecting all of them together and making that protective barrier. And you can see not only does the after picture look less dry and less cracked and less brittle, but it also has more fullness to the skin, and you're retaining that moisture. And that's really what our products want to accomplish, whether it's on your feet or on your hands or on your face. It's a product for all over the body, because our skin is going to be so similar everywhere, but you're going to have that ability to get that really, long-lasting moisture. Know that none of the transepidermal water loss, which is what we're really focused on preventing. So all of that moisture is just locked into the skin.
One thing I want to point out, especially with this picture, is that so many people, when we have dry skin on the face, the body, we think about exfoliating. We said, I need to scrub it off. Give me a sugar scrub, give me a salt scrub. And that's not always the route we should take when it is truly dry areas, dry climate, dryness because of age, psoriasis, eczema. There's many reasons we get a lot of dry skin. Putting products like this that really focus at that lipid barrier, products rich in omega-rich fatty oils, not only look good fast, they maintain it, and they allow your skin to focus on other things instead of overproducing dead skin cells. The more you scrub, there's reasons for it, but sometimes we overdo it, and then we weaken the skin and it gets drier and chapped faster. Products and gentle exfoliation, good way to go.
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so Kevin sort of touched upon this, but all of the ingredients that we're using to kind of really create these, strong lipids within our skin are being found in some of, the plant life that's not only available in Wyoming, but all over the country and the world. And so our founder really discovered, which one of these plants can really create and really mimic exactly what we're losing. So first off, we have the chamomile. Obviously, it's going to be that really soothing. So when we think of chamomile tea, it's that soothing, for us on the inside as much as it is on the outside. So you're protecting your skin from redness and kind of, making sure that it's very calm. So it's one of our favorite ingredients, and it's found throughout all of our products. And then you're going to go on and we're going to see.
I also love the calendula there, so calming for irritated skin reaction, or I think of those who probably ski in the mountains, who get chapped skin from all that sun and brightness. It's so calming.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very anti-irritant. Okay, so then we have the phytosterols, and those are going to be most kind of exemplative in our lipids of the cholesterols. So that's going to be one of those kind of essential lipids that are making that protective barrier. And these are going to be naturally occurring in many different plants. So it's not one plant specific, but it's really going to be that perfect blend that creates that anti-aging complement to the lipid balance that we're trying to create. That's really plumping the skin and really adding that extra layer of protection. So we're not getting the water loss, and it's sitting right there in our skin, and our skin is looking radiant and really firm. So it's definitely helpful for that.
Okay, beautiful.
And then, of course, we have the olive oil. So the olive oil is what we call our squalane, and it's going to, again, kind of be that very similar to the phytosterols that we just mentioned. But again, it's going to be that really rich material that's going to really plump the skin and hydrate and help from that transepidermal water loss, and protect against some of those elements, that are coming into our skin all the time, and really make it enriched and feel like it's, bouncy, and it doesn't have, the, I guess, the loss of like firmness that we're thinking of.
Definitely those richer oils really add that plump and that bounce back to the skin.
Absolutely.
And when brands like yours, who have formulated perfectly with the right oils, the purest oils, it's great for so many skin types.
Yeah, you really get that elasticity that you're looking for sure. And then the last one over here that we have is the jojoba. So the jojoba is just going to be that really restoring natural plant that really brings back together kind of the lipids, and it's one of the ones that kind of fits into the ceramides. So it's going to really enhance them and make them stronger. So again, focusing again all on the lipids and all three of them to make that perfect balance. So that way the skin is as strong as it can be.
What do you guys in the chat think about those ingredients? Those are some amazing ingredients and a good balance of them too, for those who deal with the ultra dry skin, for those who just live in the harshest climates. What beautiful ingredients.
It's so pretty. Yeah, no. And then finally, we have what is our proprietary blend. So this is the one that we're kind of showing throughout all of our products, and it is our Medasynninan Lipid Complex. And so what the Medasynninan Lipid Complex is, it's a combination of the Meadowfoam oil and then the Abyssinian oil. And so both of those together, finalizing kind of that last lipid that we're looking for, is that the fatty acids. And so this is that perfect mesh of oils to mimic those. And that's really going to help, again, seal the skin together. It's going to bring that elasticity up. It's going to make it so all of these lipids are creating that perfect protective barrier. Meadowfoam is going to be this beautiful, it's antioxidant rich. It's a very deliverant of hydration to the skin, keeping everything all together with the water in your skin. And then it's the perfect complement is the Abyssinian oil, which has those omega-3s and omega-6s. And it just combined together, this creates this property of beautiful kind of fatty acid lipids that your skin is just going to eat up. So we see this throughout all of our products, but it's definitely that last complement to the other lipids that were mentioned from the other plants. This one, the combination of this oil is just beautiful. And again, that's the Medasynninan Lipid Complex that's found throughout all the products.
I'm seeing a lot of love in the chat function for the Meadowfoam. I'm seeing this ingredient build into the world of beauty. I've seen it for years, but I am so happy to see it more and more in reachable grasp. Usually it's preserved for la creme de la creme, and I love that we see it here too.
Absolutely. Okay. So this is going to be just a little bit of who our customer is. So it kind of gets into a little bit more of, what she's looking for. And I can kind of speak a little bit to it. So you're going to see that our customer is going to be a little bit more what we like to call a skin minimalist. So she's not looking for this beauty shelf that has everything under the sun. She's not looking for this, kind of, very popular 10-step beauty routine where you're reaching for, everything, 10 serums. She's looking for one or two things that's going to get the job done. Maybe she doesn't have a lot of time, or maybe she just can't be bothered. But the bottom line is she wants items that work. And that's really important for us. And that's why, we don't have this huge range of SKUs. We're not introducing different flavors and different, things. It's just the items that work. So we kind of see her as less of the go the extra mile and more of this like very pared down, I have exactly what I need in these few products. And
I agree with that. For so many of us on this call, even experts, I think it's, I always laugh at this. When we have clients or friends saying, well, you're a makeup artist, you're an esthetician, you must do 10,000 products. You must do a 10-step regimen. And most of us say, no, I do the right products at the right time. I don't need a lot of products. And I stick with that routine. And I can see so many clients, even our hairstylists on this call, you always have clients who ask you questions like suggestions. If they have dry skin, if they're just not retaining moisture, if they're saying, oh, my skin just hurts with the winter, what an amazing line to suggest products, because it's so simple. We'll get into the products in a second. Simple cleansers, simple creams, no million steps, but it still gets the job done. That's what I like with that.
It's the job done.
Johnny, I think that's a great point. The folks that use our products tend to use them for a long time, and they're really dedicated to them, and they want a regimen that works. So it's fabulous that we're seeing the commentary in the chat here. It's great. Go ahead.
I think we hit on the mark. So guys, let's get into these products that are featured in the review round for the first review round of February. There are so many other products. We leave it up to you to go to trilipiderm.com and go look at them. But we're going to focus on the products that we have in this review round today. So in the chat function, we are going to go through these products. Please ask your questions and please be specific to what your question pertains to. If it's a specific product or a specific thing we speak on, so that we can answer them after we're done with our 3 products and get into our Q&A section, okay? So let's bring it back, the infamous product shot cam, and let's get into these products. Not that one. Here you go. Okay. So what I'm going to, you know what? Now that I think about it, we're going to do this a different way. We're going to go through some slides. Might not be able to show product shot cam now that I think about it. Let's get back into our slides actually, and then I will show on a secondary cam the products and the textures for you guys, okay? So let's get into our first product, the Hydrating Exfoliating Cleanser for the face.
All right, so this is our signature face wash. And what makes this product so unique is it is hydrating. It's also an exfoliant, but it's not that exfoliant that you're thinking about. So going back to kind of the image of the before and after, the foot that Johnny spoke about, when you're thinking of dry skin and you're like, how can I get that perfect skin look, that perfect palette for my skin? And you think, oh, I want to just slub it all off and use that really grainy, super abrasive, going to make you red afterwards type of item. So what we've done here is we've combined all of the moisturizing ingredients that I kind of previously spoke about. So all of these items that are really still hanging on to the hydration in your skin, and we're combining it with this non-abrasive Montan wax, which is a natural derivative, and it's going to be really, really soothing on the skin. So when you see it, it's got these tiny little granulars in it, and it doesn't look like your traditional kind of salt sugar scrub. They're a little bit more round. So what happens is, because it's this soft waxy material, it's just rolling over the top of the skin, and it's removing the impurities, but it's not causing any further damage, which is so important here, because what we're really about is really beautifying the skin, enhancing that elasticity, enhancing the natural radiance, but doing it through the ingredients, letting them penetrate after the Montan wax has kind of subtly and kind of gently removed that dry skin from the top layer of the epidermis.
I was going to show really quick how amazing this is. In 1 second, sorry guys. Okay, let's go on to the next product, but I'm gonna shout out some texture shots for our community in the Beautytap Expert app, just because my product shot cam isn't working right now, but that's okay. So let's get into our next product, our Protective Day Cream.
Perfect. So again, we're talking about a really like a skin minimalist type of approach to beauty. So after you've used the face wash, you're coming in and you're going to want to protect. You've gently abraded the skin just to make sure that you don't have that grittiness on your skin. And now you're going to want to seal in that hydration. So this is a perfect complement to that. And this is our Protective Day Cream. So our Protective Day Cream is going to have all of these amazing ingredients that we just went through, including that beautiful Medasynninan Lipid Complex. It's going to be very lightweight. It's going to deliver this instant hydration to the skin, and it's going to stay in the skin. So those lipids, because that's what the plant ingredients do, it's just going to plump everything up, giving it this beautiful glow, this beautiful bounce to the skin. And it's going to also be very protective. So we've included a broad spectrum SPF. So we're going to have that UVA. So all of those really the deep, long waves that are coming through into our world and giving you kind of the aging and the wrinkles. That's what you get from the UVAs, and then the UVBs. So those are going to be kind of the more mid-length waves that are entering into our world. and giving us kind of, what we think of as that sunburn. So it's protective of both. So you're not only hydrating, but you're also protecting, which is a really big thing for us. We want to, again, keep our skincare routine very simple. So this is a double step, all in one. Once you put it on, you don't have to look for the next sunscreen to put on or complement it. You know that you're getting exactly what you need with this product.
I definitely want to shout out the fragrance-free aspect to these products because we are learning more and more. Fragrance is beautiful. I love it, but not always needed. And most clients and friends don't need it. So I do love that there's no added fragrance. And of course, non-animal tested. We love that too.
Absolutely. All of our products are also vegan. So there's just a lot of great attributes to these products. They're also dermatologist and pharmacist recommended, as well as everything has that satisfaction guaranteed, which is what you're looking for, I think, when you're looking for a very simple skincare that works. All right. And now we have our, I want to call it the piece de resistance, because this is our Rehydration Night Cream, which is by far our hero product. It is absolutely fabulous. It's taking all of those beautiful plant-based ingredients that I mentioned before, along with this Medasynninan Lipid Complex, and it delivers just the most radiant hydration. So this is something that we're recommending, after you use your hydrating exfoliant cleanser, you're putting this on at night. We have people, though, that do apply it during the day. If you're thinking, gosh, I'm not going to be outside, I'm going to be indoors, and I just really want to get that glow to my skin. It has a beautiful amount of hyaluronic acid in it, too, so it's complementary to the lipid complex that you're seeing in there. So it's just going to really plump the skin and just allow that glow to really come through. It's got plenty of the vitamins that you'd want to see in it. So the A, the B, the C, the D, all coming through, which is going to be those properties of antioxidants. So it's really going to restore the skin as you sleep, or, during the day if you're wearing this instead of doing a protective day cream. But it is just, it's a product that once our customers try it, they absolutely fall in love with it. It's unbelievable.
I think one thing that's not talked enough about in the field is how much transdermal hydration loss happens while we're sleeping too, and how important for those truly dry skin to maintain some component of omega-rich oils in their day and night regimen. So I can see how this is a cult favorite because I've tried it. It's so smooth without being greasy. I think there's a difference there, right? You can be oily and greasy and be great for dry skin, but not like that. Where this, I felt the hydration. I felt the smoothness. And I do believe for those drier skin who love just a little richer of a product, this is perfect for it. And correct me if I'm wrong. Could this be used for daytime if someone prefers just a bit of a richer product?
Absolutely. If you're going to be one of these people where you're like, I'm not going out much, I'm sitting at my desk, I'm doing the work from home thing, this is your go-to staple. If you really just are looking for, an extra bit of hydration, it's that perfect thing to put on during the day too. And like you said, it's not greasy, it's not oily. It really sinks into the skin and just delivers that lovely hydration.
And I think that word sinks in is a beautiful way to explain it because you feel it without being heavy. And I always point out, especially when we talk about deeply hydrating products with a beautiful omega-rich oils, heavier does not always equate to pore clogging or acne, because I see a few questions on the chat, and I just want to hit that right there. Proper cleansing with great cleansers and proper balancing and cleansing regimens prevent that. And with such high quality products we bring into Beautytap, you're not going to have that high possibility of that problem. So I just always want to equate heavy, beautiful, hydrating, and rich does not mean pore clogging or acne inducing. And of course, everybody's different, but I always want to put that out there.
No, and this is non-comedogenic, so you're not getting any bad oils that are really going to clog the pores. This is why we get that, beautiful stamp of approval from our dermatologists and pharmacists. And it's not going to have any mineral oils or kind of those, I don't want to call them, I call them filler oils that are going to be bad. It goes all back to that plant-based ingredients, which just, the skin absorbs, but again, not clogging.
Okay, beautiful. So what do you guys think about the products? What's your favorite one? Shout out in the chat function. We're about to get to Q&A, so I saw some really good juicy questions to bring on Maddie and Kevin on screen. So let's get to some of these amazing questions. Let's try. Let me try. There you go. All three of us on cam there. Okay, so let's open up that mobile. Let me open up. Let's see. So we answered the question about non-comedogenic and pore clogging. We saw a lot of questions about the night cream. So definitely that's already a cult favorite in our community, I can tell. And could it be used as a night mask?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, layer it on, and I've heard people too, like, let's say, you or your husband has like a really super dry patch. I'm speaking from experience here. Layer it on. It's going to turn out beautiful. And if it's not on the face, no worries. If it's an elbow or it's something where you have something to go to the next day and you're like, gosh, I want my skin to look really radiant, throw it on any part of the body. It's going to be that extra little bit that's going to work through the night. And like you said, Johnny, going back to that transepidermal water loss that happens so much during the nighttime, you're getting the power of those omega-3s, those omega-6s, that fatty acid. It's just going to perk up and it's just going to glow.
Beautiful. Next question for the guys out there, for Kevin. What do you think about this skincare? Is it for guys? Does it even matter? Guys, gals, I see all of your clients all around love this product. What would a guy who likes minimal skincare think about these products?
Johnny, I'm living proof. Literally, I am not a skincare. I used to use one product on my face that was a harsh exfoliant. And after I joined the company, got my wife to try them, she said, oh my gosh, they're amazing. We now stand at the bathroom sink together and go through our little routine every night and every morning. And I'm a convert. I used to look 80. It's doing great things for me.
I think dryness can definitely do that to you for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have a lot of questions about the cleanser. Because it's a gentle exfoliation, how often can it be used? From my experience, those beads are not, they're not beads really, if in my opinion. They feel like they melt in as they're gently exfoliating, and it's super gentle on my super sensitive skin. But what do you guys say? How often can you use it?
You're using it, I mean, you can use it every single day. And if you want to do the morning and the night, you're going to get a perfect kind of canvas day after day with your skin. I mean, it's, again, going back to the fact that these are not the aggravating beads of the past or the sugar scrubs where you're getting a redness. After you use this hydrating exfoliating cleanser, you're going to want to wet the face first and then apply, you apply your dots, rub it around. You're not going to get anything that looks like, oh my gosh, I've done a full exfoliation of my skin. You're going to get just something that allows the hydration. So those following up products just to sink in, and it's going to leave a beautiful, like I like to say, canvas, going into like what you think, Johnny, about makeup and all of these other things that we're putting on our skin afterwards, without, really abrading and damaging the skin.
Beautiful. So question for both of you, Kevin and Maddie. Are these products more beneficial to a certain skin type? Are they for everybody? Or is there certain skin types that maybe some products will or will not work for?
I mean, for me, they're for everyone. And the bottom line is that everybody's skin is going to have that, the lipid problem. So as we age, these lipids start to disappear from like the time of childhood. As you get older, everybody can experience better, more glowing, more radiant, more elasticity in their skin, because what our products focus on doing is replenishing that lipid barrier. And because it's such a plant-based ingredient, you can use it from the young to the old, because you're going to find that everything is very, it's formulated to be calming. It's not going to, irritate the skin. It's formulated to be very rich in ingredients. So everyone's going to feel like they're getting a little bit of something.
Johnny, I think
everybody struggles with that.
I think if you had excessively oily skin, you probably would want to try it and see if it works for you. But then if you're using the cleanser, that's going to assist you with helping you balance. So we like to think it's for everybody, but clearly we would encourage everyone to test and try it out before you make a significant commitment.
Sounds good. Okay, I think our last question, because we have a few other things to talk about before we jump off this first section of the call, is with the sunscreen product. I've tried it. I loved it. And just so our experts know, I always try sunscreen on different skin tones to get experience, to see who it looks great for. And it looks good for the light to dark. But is there any feedback from you guys? Is there certain skin tones who can wear the sunscreen, who can't, or is it for everybody?
Oh, it's for everybody. It absorbs right in. It's it's incredibly moisturizing and protective. So that's the whole. It fits right in the theme of our company. But it's highly protective. It's not going to leave a sheen or a discoloration, or it's not going to look like a zinc patch like I used to wear back in Australia on your nose. It's absolutely not going to do that, right? It's very highly absorbative. So you've got that. So a little secret, there's 5% jojoba in that product. So it's got an enormous amount of absorption capability into the lipid layers.
Beautiful. So I know there's a few more questions out there. Please dive into all the amazing stories and information on trilipiderm.com. If I can get a few more answers from Kevin and Maddie, I'll post them into the Beautytap Expert app. There's just only so much time, and we have 2 brands to talk about today. So thank you so much, guys. We're going to talk about something fun you're doing, but I just wanted to thank you, and we're going to thank you in a second. So I want to throw that back up there. Here you go. So we've learned about the products. We're going to showcase them through our expert reviews, and we're going to really tailor them to the understanding that everybody, all skin types, all genders, all skin colors can benefit and love these products. Are they for you? Are they for her? Build those reviews so that people, when they're reading them, they can see how amazing they are for the different people, the different aspects. So again, that's always the strength of a professional-led, genuine review on Beautytap.